Peace, peace, my people. Peace. Shout out to the chosen ones. This presentation is called The Receipts 400 Years of White People Dick Riding Us. They told us we were inferior. They stole our inventions, our music, our bodies, our souls, and then sold them back as their discoveries. Don't be fooled. Elvis didn't invent rock and roll. Rock is Grand Rising, Queen. You are a chosen one. If you're watching this video, that message just came from the ethers. My intuition is telling me that a new day, a new horizon is a store for you. Let me finish this. Elvis didn't invent rock. Elvis didn't invent rock and roll. Rock is Chuck Berry's guitar licks and Sister Rosetta Tharpe's thunder. Eminem didn't invent flow. He downloaded it from the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Harlem. TikTok dances, black kids in living rooms, yoga, stolen from Egypt, whitewashed for suburban moms to use our culture. They built Harvard with slave money, built Wall Street on auction blocks. They built their American dream on our nightmares and got bored with the violence. And now they got bored again. So once they get bored, they pick that block up. They pick those jacks up. Remember when we were kids, when the kids used to play jacks and marbles, they get bored and they pick these weapons of war back up. Black people invented everything, okay? If you really, 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 really hate black people, you wouldn't be using a car, a bathtub, a stove, a toaster, the things you use at work, the internet, all of this ish was invented by black people. And they take our patents, they take our inventions and pose as if they invented them. And we still beg for their casting calls, their VC funding, and their curriculum approvals, their permission to exist. Nah, fuck that. Fuck the white man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him in his ass. Do it for me. Hard and fast. The dick riding is bilateral now. And we're the only ones getting chafed. You know what I'm saying? The episode has been flipped to make us believe that we're something we're not and make them believe that they're something they're not. It's like putting what was on the bottom on the top and putting what was on top on the bottom. This whole power dynamic flip is crazy. Hit me up on Twitter at the real one divine. You too, Nova. Head over to my Twitter page. That's at the little at sign, the real. This is all one word. Real REAL, the number one DIVINE, divine. The real one divine on Twitter. So I just had to come in and chime in on this Sabbath and keep it holy, keep it sacred, and let y'all know that we the ones. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna reclaim reparations. We're gonna flip the power dynamic without asking nicely. And we're going to bring about revolution and reform. All this ish, this clown in the White House is doing, every button he's pushed, we're going to turn that shit off. Everything he's turned off. And everything he's turned off, we're going to turn it on. Unsubscribe from White Comfort. The subscription was always a scam. Dead it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Shout out to the chosen ones. Shout out to you and yours. Y'all get as much nature as y'all can. Y'all get as much sunlight as y'all can. Get as much fresh air as you can. Get out of the house. You know what I'm saying? If the weather is good where you are, if it's inclement weather, if it's not too cold, sit outside. Get you some nature, you know? I also want to talk about how or why black men hate black women and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? How that goes on every day. Black men hating trans women. Black men hating cis women. It's crazy. You don't hate her. I want to talk to the brothers for a second. You don't hate her. In reality, you hate yourself. You hate you in her mirror. You know what I'm saying? The you that's inside of her. Every time you call a black woman, angry black woman, for having an opinion, difficult for having standards, masculine for paying bills, ghetto for using the same slang you use. You didn't learn this in the streets. You learned it in your home from the mother you resented for working double shifts instead of being present, from the father who taught you women are property, not partner, from the media that made white and black femininity the prize. And for some of you, you view it as the punishment. You know what I'm saying? Misogyny isn't theory, it's training. And you got some of these black guys out here, and I'm just going to be a buck. Y'all know how I do. I keep it real. Um, you have some black men that chase white women and call it preference, like 400 years of rape and fetishization programming became your taste by accident. Come on, man. Come on, brothers. We got to do better than that. You bleach your skin, perm your hair while demanding she stay natural. What kind of shit is that? You want her thick but not fat, curvy but not loud, sexual, not sexual on her own terms. You built a cage for your woman and you called it desire. The gag, want to know what the gag is? White supremacy needed you to hate her. Yes, they wanted to divide the black family. They wanted to divide the black household. You divide black power yourself in doing what you do, making her the enemy. You forget who the real enemy is, motherfucker. These devils out here, these white devils. You fight for her crumbs instead of y'all baking a little bread together. Black women out earn you, out educate you, out organize you, and you call them threats instead of teachers and leaders. You didn't protect Breonna Taylor. You memed Megan Thee Stallion when she was going through her situation. You blamed Rihanna for Chris Brown. You made Keke Palmer's man a joke instead of examining control. What about black men when she says Black Lives Matter? Not all black men when she says Me Too. She's bitter when she's boundaried. You're not a king. You're a crownless man demanding a throne from a woman building your seat. Heal or keep harming, but stop pretending you don't see the blood on your hands. And I'm going to close with that. Shout out to Nova. Shout out to the real ones in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the chosen ones, the ones that's watching these people in leadership and know what they're doing and know what they up to and know that they bullshitting and a bunch of fucking clowns. Hold your head high, Divine. Don't let these people break your spirit. Don't let them tear you down. That's what the enemy wants. That's what the devil wants. He wants you toe down from the float down. You know what I'm saying? Be strong. Continue. Continue the fight. Continue the fight. Like Farrakhan would say. Yeah. So Nova, if you have anything for me, I'm gonna open the panel for you for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna get out of here. Just out here enjoying the weather, getting a little nature. Spirit tapped me, put something on my little video podcast, so I decided to do that. Reach out to the fam, see how y'all doing. It seems like everybody wants to attack a transsexual woman and also attack black. You're right. I don't know what's up with that. There's a lot of toxic masculinity out in the world today. So you got people that aren't happy with themselves. So how can somebody that's not happy with themselves ever be happy with you? They're not. They're never going to be happy with you. You know what I'm saying? You 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 could. It's certain people in this world you don't have. You know what I'm saying? The trans thing is one thing, but you don't even have to be trans, and you still have people that are unpleased with themselves, and they gonna always have a quirk. They're gonna always have something to complain about. They're gonna always be bitching. You know what I'm saying? But JD Vance had a dress on back in what was it, 20 back when he was in college. Google JD Vance in a dress. This nigga dressed in drag. How are you so anti-trans, motherfucker? You see what I'm saying? Trump did a skit with and you can Google everything I'm saying on my channel is facts. I want to lay that out there too. If I get on here and say it, it's facts. Trump did a skit with Rudolph Giuliani. You can Google everything I'm saying. Rudolph Giuliani was dressed in drag. Trump sniffing him, sniffing his, if he had breast, sniffing that portion of his body, kissing him. This is years ago. How are y'all so anti-trans and anti-gay when y'all niggas had dresses on and Trump was up in a man with a dresses on face, like he was in love, sniffing his perfume and shit. How you so anti-trans? You know what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to say about that. But I'm still giving you how long do we have? Yeah, I'm gonna give you about 5 more minutes. You can say whatever you want. If you have any questions, if you want me to go over something, if you want to just make your voice heard like that bird. I got bars, y'all. Um, yeah, say what you want. Like I said, my this is my pages. Any page that I own or operate, it's always a safe space for everybody. Okay. Now, once I see, you know how we operate, Nova. Once somebody comes on your page and they on there starting shit, trying to sabotage you and stuff like that, we gotta block you. So that's the only exception. If you come on that bullshitting, I'm blocking your ass, bro. Straight up. That's just who I am. I got that Midwest. My dad, Detroit. Shout out to Detroit and Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Mississippi and Georgia and the Carolinas. You know what I'm saying? I got that in me. So we ain't playing no games over here. But everybody's welcome because everybody can learn. White people can learn from this and do better. Go and holler at your brethren about starting this bullshit over there in Iran that ain't got shit to do with us. You know what I'm saying? That war has nothing to do with our people. Shouldn't even be sitting up watching that shit on TV, bro. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. We shouldn't even be watching that shit on TV, man. That has absolutely nothing to do with us, man. And there are laws, because I'm learned too. You know what I'm saying? I might not be all political and fuck Trump and all that. Fuck. th- th- those people on Capitol Hill aren't veteran this country, and that's what they're supposed to be doing. What they're doing is competing. Government has become a competition between Democrat and Republican. The government was set up to help these United States of America, not to be fighting one motherfucking another. You see what I'm saying? So we're at a great disadvantage now that everybody is bickering and fighting up on Capitol Hill, and they're supposed to be pushing for the greater common good for this country. What the fuck y'all fighting for? You know what I'm saying? I was telling somebody one time, If government was set up right, it wouldn't be no Democrat and Republican. It would just be all for the good, the common good goal of success for this country, and not no blue or red or Democrat or Republican or MAGA or this. You know what I'm saying? There's too much of that going on, and they're not getting anything done because of that. When you're on a common mission, when you have a common goal, when you're trying to make shit better, you lay aside all that bullshit. That's how I know these motherfuckers ain't right. And that's why I say if any black person is, got their nose buried all the way up in this bullshit, there's something wrong with you. You got to check yourself. Like Al Sharpton said, at Jesse Jackson's funeral, he said, he was basically saying like, fuck the white man, we got to get right. We got to get together. You can sit around and complain about the white man all you want, but we are the ones at war with one another and can't get along with the black man and black woman. You said exactly. Black people. Hold up, I can't see. You say black people built this court? Is that what you? Hold up. Yeah, black people built the Supreme Court. If that's what you're saying, or if that is that what you're insinuating? And black people built all these major. Just think of all the major cities, from Baltimore to Boston to Philadelphia to Pittsburgh to Chicago to Cali, all these big cities, man. And the cities that and even the cities that aren't that big. A lot of that building was done by black hands. Yes, we built this. Well, we built we run it. We own this country because before anything, indigenous people were on this land, and they were darker skinned people. So this is our land to begin with. But of course, we built this country. Yeah, this country was built with our hands, and they owe us reparations. That's another thing. And Nova, I'm working on that. I'm always working on that one. They owe us. If you stick with me, if I don't know how many people watch me these days. At times the viewership fluctuates. Sometimes a lot of people watch me. Sometimes not as many people watch me. It goes up and down. People come and go. That's not what I'm here for anyway. But if you stick with me, and you know what I'm saying, you grasp this knowledge I'm giving, you're gonna get your reparations too. Cause my eyes on the prize, my eyes on the ball. You see what I'm saying? So when that happens, I'm gonna already be prepared, and my tribe is gonna be prepared. But yeah, we built this country. I'm gonna do. Let me see. I'm gonna give it about 8 more minutes. That way we cover everything, Nova, and you vent properly because that's healthy. The fact that you can come on the airwaves and say what you want here, that helps. See, when you depress your thoughts, when you depress your emotions, you become depressed. But the opposite of depression is expression, being able to express yourself freely, say whatever you want. Get a notebook, write down some good positive mantras, and I am divine. I am strong. I am resilient. This is how you get out of depression. I will make it out of depression. Depression is just like a bad friend. Comes to visit you at times. Sometimes you gotta say, be like, nah, I ain't feeling you. You can't let stuff become you. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit around when you sitting around talking to your friends. You always talking about you depressed, and I got depressed, and I got you know what I'm saying. You're baking that into you. You're becoming that, and you can't do that. Express yourself freely, but don't become your shadow self. Just observe your shadow self and learn from it and become better from it and come out of that depression and anxiety by expressing yourself. Because the more you hold in, the more you bottle up, it's going to push you down further. You said it's definitely true. Yeah, you're gonna be pushed down further. And something else, Nova. I guess when you reach out to me on my Twitter page, I'll have the information for you, or I'll gather it and get it to you in a few days or so. But I'm studying gene keys, a thing called gene keys. I'm gonna write it down for you in here. And I found out what my gene key is, and what gene keys are. This is when you really, okay, that's it. This is when you really find out what you're here for. Okay, and the gene key that I have is harm. I'm here to harmonize, when people having a bad day, or they being treated bad, or so. I'm the one that comes through to treat you good. I'm the one to give you those words that make your day better after somebody that fucked it up, like this idiot Trump. Man, I put both of my feet up his ass. I'll be jumping. It'll be like what they call them things. I forgot what they call them things. I'll be jumping up and down in his ass, basically. But it's called gene keys. And my gene key, another thing about my gene key, it is music related, because when you hear the word itself, harmony, you think of music. So I'm somewhat of a maestro on this earth. I'm here to make things better in the midst of all this bullshit. No matter what you might think of me, no matter how you might view me, um, I'm basically here to make things. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible, a lot of people might say, well, the Bible was written by man hands and all. The Bible even says, bro, we war not against flesh and blood, but against these rulers in high places. So I'm here to balance that out. I'm here to let y'all know them motherfuckers ain't shit, and to put a few feet up their ass, a few size 12s up that task, and get them on the right path. You know what I'm saying? But I'm studying gene keys. It's all about harmony. It's all about balance. It's all about even knowing when keys are off, when you're listening to music, stuff like that. Knowing when things are off, knowing when things are amiss. Trump can get up there and lie to us all fucking day. He does that professionally. He's been doing that professionally probably over 60 years. So he's very good at that. But I'm the one in the back of the crowd that calls bullshit when he says something. I'm gonna be the one in the crowd that proves him wrong. That nigga was up there lying to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's me. This and pull out some paperwork and back that shit up and show y'all the facts to prove that he was up there lying. Just here to bring balance. But yeah, I think I'm gonna need like one little small piece of information from you, and I can tell you what your gene key is, and you study that gene key, because that is in your DNA. When I'm talking about when you talk about genes, you're talking about DNA codes. So this is the basic of everything. People talk about tarot, astrology, numerology, all of it. I've even studied biorhythm, the rhythm of your body from the time you were born up until now. But I believe this shit right here, I done studied I Ching, I done studied the runes, I've studied the Gnosticism texts, Hindu, Buddhism texts, but I've done a lot of studying. But this gene key thing with me is most accurate, because I'm very musical and I always want balance. I always want harmony in the midst of even in the midst of bullshit. I'm gonna be that brother that comes through and say, "Hey, you one of the chosen ones. Welcome to the tribe." You know what I'm saying? Let's go get some vegan pizza. Let's go chill. Let's go listen to some music. Let's go make some beats. I want to hear you sing over one of my beats. That's me. 2 more minutes, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I didn't. I wasn't planning on this video being this long, but when people come in, and especially somebody I know, um, I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm gonna shout y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all your family. Um, I send good energy. I meditate and pray that uh, you're in a good space right now, that you're feeling good, you're eating healthy, you getting going outside, getting enough nature, getting enough sunlight, because a lot of us ain't doing that nowadays. Glued in front of that TV set. Even if you, what I do is when I'm out in nature and I bring my phone with me, I play some meditation tones or something. I play some meditation music. A lot of people down these phones and all that, but these phones are tools that we can use to make the world a better place. So you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Everybody talking about AI this, AI that. Man, AI is a tool that we can use to make this world a better place. You know, you can't be what people do. They'll come up with a concept or they'll come up with something, and then they'll want to throw the baby out with the bathwater when something happens. But things happen anyway. You know, but we have to learn how to use things as a positive tool to get us further and help us be successful as a people. I'm gonna wrap it up right there, Nova. It's been wonderful. Shout out to the whole tribe. It's been real with your boy, The Real, and Nova Hampton in the building. Y'all check me out on Twitter at The Real One Divine. You can find me here on YouTube at The Real Resurrected. Fuck Your Wars is my theme. Been my theme for the past, week or two? Fuck your wars, man. I done made a lot of art and everything. Big art. Well, people can print them out if they want to, but it's probably be like a big art poster that says "Fuck your wars." And me and Nova stand on business. You know what I'm saying? We standing on that for the 2026. You caught us in the mix in this piece. You know? Yeah. So I'm gonna go and get out of here, y'all. I was waiting to see if Nova possibly had anything else to say. I think she doesn't. So y'all be easy. It's been real. Check out the rest of my videos. I have a wealth of knowledge, information. I do readings. I do channelings. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I got a channel from MLK, Malcolm X, a lot of the old leaders, you know what I'm saying, that passed on, Elijah Muhammad, and they kind of pissed at Trump, man. So I think that dude better watch it for reals. Peace out.